there, it's Elysha. Welcome back. Today I am talking about shopping. Specifically, I'm talking about why it has to feel so hard. Why does shopping feel so hard? Because you may have this idea of how you want to look, right? And then you go to the store, you get online, and you try to find the pieces that'll help you have that look, right? So you have that style that you want to have, and then it just doesn't come together how you want. So it leaves you feeling frustrated. And when I've spoken to women about this, the biggest reason that women believe that shopping is hard is because they cannot find clothes that feel comfortable on their body. So that's why I am going to share with you the 3 biggest hurdles that I find that keep women feeling frustrated with their shopping. And then I'm also going to share the tips that'll help you maneuver around these hurdles so that you can find clothes you love and that you can have that style that gives you confidence. So the first hurdle that women struggle with has to do with fit. Okay, so there's a couple points within this because the fit issue, it's really big. So I want to talk about 2 things specifically that I see really get women feeling frustrated. All right, so the first one is size inconsistency. Okay, I probably don't have to tell you that you may be a size 4 at Banana Republic, but then when you go to shop at the boutique in your neighborhood, you're a size 10, or just whatever brands you're actually looking at or considering, you will notice that there is a discrepancy between these sizes. And this is just a big hurdle for women when they want to get clothes, because you want to know what clothes will look good on you and you think you know your size, but then the sizing is all wrong, right? Because it's just not consistent. So here is how you get around this, all right? So the first thing you need to do is you need to know your numbers, all right? And I know that a lot of women, they just don't want to deal with that. I know when we talk about, not that I talk about it, but when they talk about things like money or taxes, I know they say that like women or people in general just don't want to look at their numbers. Well, those are not the numbers that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the numbers on the tape measure that are measuring your body, all right? So I realize it could be an uncomfortable thing for you to actually take those measurements and to see those numbers, but especially in online shopping, you just have to do it. You cannot get around ordering online with all of the sizing inconsistencies that happen. You need to be able to take your numbers and plug them into the size chart, okay? I also recommend when you're considering an item to, if it's available, to look at the garment measurements. Sometimes they'll tell you like what the sleeve length is, so they get really specific. I encourage you to take their measurements of the garment and then try that out against your body. Now, with all my clients, this is exactly what I do. Is when I'm shopping for them, when I'm putting together their digital lookbooks, I have their size card right in front of me so that I refer to it all the time. This way I can make the most accurate recommendation when it comes to their shopping options, all right? So the first thing that you have to do to get around the sizing inconsistencies is you have to know your numbers, and you also have to know how to take your measurements properly, all right? So the next thing that I suggest you do to deal with sizing inconsistency is to curate a collection of your brands, all right? So start to notice which brands you love and which ones look really good on you, okay? So once you start to become familiar with the different brands and their sizing, it's gonna make it so much easier for you to go shopping because you know what you're gonna get, all right? Additionally, once you find a good brand, your brand, once you get that brand down, then you might even veer into other areas, other categories, all right? So I had a client once and I recommended NYDJ jeans for her, and she got them, she tried them, she loved them. So then she started branching out and finding other styles of NYDJ pants, right? So she started branching out away from pants and into just other categories of their clothing because she found that they worked really well for her, all right? So you can do this too. Just start to take note of all the brands that you love and that look good on you. That's really important. And then just start to note their sizes, and then you can become more of a loyal shopper for them, and that's gonna really help streamline what you're doing when you're shopping, and it's going to help you feel more productive because you're going to end up with more things that you love. So the next issue I find with fit, and this is a big one, and you may even relate to this, is that clothes just do not fit your body well, okay? So maybe you've got a really long torso and short legs, so it seems like all your tops are too short and all your pants are too long. Or maybe you're all legs, right? You have really long legs and all the pants look like capris on you, okay? So this is gonna feel frustrating, and this is going to definitely be a hurdle for you. When they design their patterns, they are not designing for all body shapes, okay? They are focused on a very general pattern, and it does not encompass the broad spectrum of shapes and sizes that most women come in, all right? So if this is you, if you are struggling because clothes just never fit your body well, there are a couple things that you can do. And one of the things you can do is exactly what my client did. My client she's tall, she is almost 6 feet, and on top of her being really tall, she likes her pants to have a higher rise, and she wants them to come up to about 14 inches, okay? So she needs about a 34-inch inseam and then about a 14-inch rise on her waist, okay? And so this is not this is not an easy thing to find off the rack. So what she's doing right now is she is working with a seamstress, and she is creating her perfect pair of pants, all right? Now, once the seamstress gets this pattern down, then my client can have her perfect pants in whatever fabric she likes, all right? So that's an option, is you could get custom fit clothes for you, work with a seamstress. If you don't need to go that route, then you could just consider working with a tailor and having alterations in general, all right? I know a lot of women, they struggle with their pants are really big at the waist, and the reason that they're so big at the waist is because they fit around the hips or the butt, right? So that's a problem because it fits the hips and the butt, but then it feels gaping at the waist. So if this is you, then you're doing the right thing by buying your pants to accommodate the largest part of your body, but then you could just go to a tailor and then you could have them take in that waist so that you get a custom fit. So that's like getting a custom fit without having to create a whole new pair of pants, right? Not having to have a whole pair of pants designed for you, okay? So working with a tailor, definitely recommend this if you are struggling with fit issues. Now, the other thing I recommend, and this goes back to sizing inconsistencies, is to, again, curate your brands, all right? So here, more specifically, what I'm saying is to research and find the brands that work for your specific body. I know that Abercrombie makes a jean that is cut extra wide in the hips, so this could be a really great line for you if you're one of those people who struggle with the waist being too large and you need more room in your hips. So the Abercrombie Love line could be something that you would check out, right? This could be your brand. So there are specific brands that cater to specific body types, so I encourage you to research and find the ones that'll work best for you. All right, so those are the fit issues, all right? Sizing inconsistency, and then being able to find clothes that fit your body well, all right? Now let's move on to the next issue that I see women struggle with, and that is a quality issue, because unfortunately, spending a premium price on your clothes does not necessarily guarantee that you're going to get high quality, all right? There's nothing more frustrating than looking at a top that is $300 and then you go to touch it and it feels like sandpaper, right? And it happens. Unfortunately, this is the case. So it really becomes an investigation of the fabrics, right? It's not necessarily like, oh, you spend a lot of money on your clothes, you're gonna get a quality piece, but it's more important to really start looking at the fabrics of the clothes that you like. So it is possible to find clothes in a good fabric at the cheaper stores. One time I went on a hunt. I went into Zara and I was determined to find high quality pieces, or pieces that were just in a good, I was looking for 100% cotton is what I was looking for, something that felt soft to the touch. And I went to Zara and I spent a long time digging and digging. I was looking and I was looking and I was going through everything. I was touching it first, and then I would go and I would look at the fabrication to see what it was made of. And I'm happy to report that I did find, I think I found maybe 3 tops that were 100% cotton, and they felt nice to the touch. So I did find them. They were there, but I had to dig really hard. So if you're not a digger, then that might not work for you. But speaking of digging, another solution to the quality issue is to shop vintage. And this is something that I love to do because I actually really enjoy the dig, and I especially love the feeling when that dig yields a really good score, right? So for example, the shirt that I'm wearing right now, this is 100% silk. This is by the brand Tucker, and they make beautiful blouses and beautiful silk dresses. Some of them are also cotton. And you know, this brand, the dresses, the tops, the blouses that they make run about, I think they're about $300 retail, but the vintage boutique that I love going to carries amazing brands and in good quality, so I was able to get a score. So that's an example of one of the days when I'm digging and digging and I'm like, oh, look what I found. So yeah, so I definitely recommend going with vintage. Another thing that shopping vintage could help you with, aside from the quality, because yes, there is usually a lot of stuff in a vintage store and there's gonna be low quality, but you're more likely to find high quality pieces because they used to use better quality fabrics when they design clothes. Now, another interesting thing that I found with shopping vintage is this could be the solution to your fit struggle. I heard from a woman recently who told me that she buys all her jeans on eBay right now because the way that they designed the jeans, the silhouette, the shape that they were making them then, that suits her body better. So she only buys her jeans on eBay. So the solution to this quality issue is, when you find a good piece, invest in it. Use these pieces to create the foundation for your wardrobe, okay? And consider it a practice, right? You don't need to just get it all done in one day, 1 week, or even a month. Consider your high quality wardrobe something that you're working towards, and you can slowly, thoughtfully add in quality pieces. Now, I recommend going high quality with your coats, with your shoes, and if you're a bag person. And then you can also branch out into your everyday basics. Go for more elevated classic pieces. Some of the brands that I love for this, for shirts, I love Frank and Eileen. They make really nice tops that are made of a really nice cotton. I also love Kuyana for leather handbags, all right? So invest in quality pieces when you find them, and start building your high quality wardrobe, okay? So that is the second big hurdle that women struggle with when they are shopping. So now let's get to the third and final hurdle, and this one is also a really big one, and this is the insecurity that women have over their bodies, all right? I have worked with hundreds of women, okay? I've been a stylist since the 90s, working on shoots in New York City. Now I work one-on-one with private clients. I've styled hundreds of different bodies, and I will tell you that pretty much all of them have some sort of issue or insecurity about their body, all right? It's something that we all pretty much carry around, and this is a huge hurdle when you are shopping and when you're trying on clothes. You're looking at yourself in the mirror and there's this new outfit on, but all you see is your stomach, and then start judging it, right? That's gonna be hard to update your wardrobe when the only thing you can see are flaws, all right? So here's what you need to know if your body insecurity is a hurdle when you're trying to update your wardrobe and shop, okay? Your body is never the problem, all right? If you don't like the way you look when you look in the mirror, then change your clothes, okay? So you wanna change your clothes, and you also wanna change into the right clothes for your body, all right? Your body may have changed. I was just talking to someone earlier today, and she was telling me that before she had kids, she used to love empire waist tops. And she was recently trying empire waist tops on, and she put them on and she's like, oh, I look pregnant in these right now. So empire waist tops do not suit her body anymore. This is totally normal. Our bodies shift. they change. Maybe you have gained weight recently, or maybe you had kids, or maybe you've gotten older. This is all very normal. So if you're feeling insecure about your body, and this is a hurdle when you are trying to update your clothes and shop and buy new clothes, then you've got to know that it is not your body that is the problem, and that you can find clothes that suit your body as it is right now, okay? I see it all the time. I've worked with hundreds of women, all shapes and sizes, and I've seen them all look and feel incredible in their clothes, all right? So it just comes down to really knowing what works for your body, all right? So you need to understand what works for your body. You need to try on new ideas, and then you need to train your eye so that when you look at yourself in the reflection, you're not looking at all your flaws, but instead you're training your eye to see and to recognize what looks good, right? You want to be able to look at yourself and to be able to tell, yeah, this outfit, this silhouette, this color, this works for me, or actually, no, this doesn't work for me, all right? So you really want to train your eye to recognize when clothes look good on you, okay? Your body is not the problem, and there are definitely clothing options out there that can accommodate your body. Now, if you are struggling and you don't know where to find these options, or you don't know what looks good on your body, maybe your eye isn't really trained or developed, maybe you've never really paid attention, maybe you've never even thought about this. If you are struggling with this, then I can help you. I would like to invite you to join me on a complimentary style clarity call where we will look at what is going on with your style. What is your specific hurdles that are getting in the way from not just updating your style, but from feeling confident in your clothes, all right? So I am putting the link right here. So I invite you to join me on this complimentary call, and I would love to hear from you, all right? So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope you got some value from the video. Give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe. I will be back here next week with a brand new video. I will see you then. Okay, bye.